I think she is as strong as she was before they left, if not stronger. I wouldn't wish to make a sort of particular judgment. She faces many challenges, but the idea that their departure in some way threatens her government is, I think, completely fanciful.
Only a couple of weeks ago, Dominic, it was your side of the party that was actually threatening to disrupt government, to vote down, in many ways, Mrs May. Now it's the other side of the equation. Do you think that's final, that actually now a softer Brexit, a kind of Brexit that you would hope for, is definitely on the cards?
I don't think anything is definitely on the cards. We are in the middle of a very complicated and very risky negotiating process which has potential fallout for our economic well-being and our national security. We've embarked on this extraordinarily challenging enterprise. So it's very difficult to predict exactly where we're going to be in 3, 4, 5 or 6 months' time. But I must say the general direction of travel, which comes from the Chequers statement, seems to me to be realistic. And if we're going to have a sensible negotiation with our EU partners, then you've got to start from a realistic standpoint. And I think we are going at least to do that. Do
you have any indication that the EU looks at Mrs May's situation and says this is someone we can deal with now that we've had the Chequers statement, the Chequers proposals as well? Or actually do you fear that they're still going to give them the cold shoulder?
I haven't detected any desire at EU level to cold shoulder the United Kingdom. What is true is that the EU has a very different view of its own integrity, perhaps, than we have, and therefore sees itself as having limited options in terms of offering to the United Kingdom as a third country outside of the EU trade benefits and deals. And that's going to be the key to this negotiation. And I think sometimes people here in the United Kingdom don't understand this. They think that somehow we're dealing with some sovereign entity. We're not. We're dealing with an international trade organisation, treaty, underpinned by a complicated rule book.
What is the next danger for Mrs May? Is it the fact that she loses support of 1 or 2 more previously Brexiteer members of the cabinet, and that would force some form of leadership challenge? At the moment, Mrs Leadsom, Mr Gove, Mr Fox are still on board.
I've no idea whether they hope very much they remain in the government, but if they were to leave, I don't think that endangers her either. I think the reality is that she has a vast majority support of the parliamentary party, and there is no replacement for her. There is no substitute. And people who think that it would be better to get rid of her have really got to ask themselves the question, what is going to happen then?
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.